everybody, welcome back to Talk With Nia. So, Sweetie shares that she would like to work with Solange, Trina, and Nicki Minaj. I can see her working with Trina. Okay, I think they both already was on a song with Lotto a while back. I'm not too sure about her working with Solange. I don't know. And then I'm not sure about her getting a Nicki Minaj collab. Now, Sweetie also just released a new song called Shot O'Clock. What did y'all think about the song? Now, a lot of female rappers want to work with Nicki Minaj, right? But she doesn't have to work with everybody, which we all know. But I thought this was really interesting what Jessica Dime had to say when she was asked about Nicki Minaj and her working with other rappers.
So much that seems to be floating around, and obviously you cannot take everything you hear on the internet as facts or truth, right?
I done heard stuff about myself that I didn't even know.
You're like, well, thanks for telling me.
Yeah,
but it seems like the media or the people in media are trying to paint this picture of Nicki Minaj not being very receptive to women. Like, she's not a girl's girl. Like, she's not opening the doors to all the young female artists that are coming in. For example, like a Lotto. Like, people tend to kind of compare Nicki and Lotto's reception to young women. Do you feel like Nicki is kind of like gatekeeping, or she's worried about her spot?
Just imagine, like, okay, like, even me, I'm not even nowhere near a Nicki Minaj, but I have to watch who I fuck with. Like, I cannot go to Memphis and just start messing with this girl that rap, messing with this girl that want to do reality, messing with this girl that, you know, I just can't do that. And she can't do that. She cannot do a feature with everybody. She's gonna pick who she like, and she gonna do a feature with them, or who she think can go, who she think gon' what she like, you know. And I think she owns that right. I don't think what she's doing is nothing wrong with it. I don't think she got to go down the list and work with everybody. I love Lotto. Lotto is like a little sister to me, and Lotto was a big Nicki fan, so I guess not Lotto felt that way. You never know what transpired in Nicki head where she felt like, I'm not doing it with, it's not time. Some stuff is just about timing too. Yeah. It's just not time for me to do a record with Lotto. I'm not feeling it yet, you know. She might not have just been feeling herself. And then when you done came, then sometimes it be like, okay, I just really want to feel it myself. It really ain't had nothing to do with you. And then you come at me, now I'm really not doing it. So it's, you just never know. She a woman. She's a human being at the end of the day.
Talking about the verse situation?
I guess it was a situation where Lotto wanted Nicki to do a verse.
Yeah. And Nicki was just like, she ain't really.
She said she was trying to think of another record, or they was trying to get another record going, or whatever. However, you just never know. You just never know. But then sometimes I done had situations where I done tried to bring people around me. And not saying Lotto would do this, because Lotto, I love Lotto. I done been around Lotto a couple times, and she always been sweet to me. So, but I have had situations where girls will come around me, and I'm just genuinely like you. You got something going on, and you cute and got something going on. Come on, come out with me, whatever. And they'll literally try to do what I do after the fact, like literally copy and paste and try to be me. And for whatever reason, they might have everything going for themselves. They might have this, that stuff I don't even got going on. But it's the fact of when I walk in here, they know you and they don't know me. And I want to be like that. Instead of just being an open person and saying, how can you help me to try to figure out how to, they'll try to throw shade and try to be like you and try to. And Nicki got to protect her brand and herself. If I was Nicki Minaj, I probably would. I don't fuck with bitches now. So I know if I was in that type of shit, like, a bitch couldn't come.
Minaj is like.
Now, I thought it was a good point, because Nicki doesn't have to work with everybody. Like, nobody in the industry has to work with everybody. And you do have to be careful who you keep around you. And it is about who you vibe with, who you trust. And you're constantly watching your back in the industry, I would assume. You know, who's using you, who's not, who's genuine, who has true talent, who you want to work with yourself. You know, like, so I'm sure there's a lot of things that go into it. But there are girls that definitely get mad if they don't get that Nicki feature. All right, now let's move on. Tasha K is at it again. She shares her opinion on Tina Knowles divorcing her husband.
I'm like, well, why these men keep running away from your ass? What kind of root work you doing? You hiding their pictures and shit under dumpsters and motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck kind of root work you doing? Why they won't stay around you? Well, you're Beyonce's fucking mother. You're supposed to be the nicest lady in the world. Beyonce appears nice. All she does is smile. She don't even talk no more. They said the bitch can't talk, so she just shut the fuck up and sang. So if she talks, You out here doing interviews, talking, arguing with bloggers and shit. What's wrong with you? I told y'all, ain't nobody robbed that house. I don't think nobody robbed that house. That lady left that house. That man went in there to get his shit. And she reported that somebody broke into my house. I said, you live next door to Beyonce. Blasphemy. Nobody fucking robbed from you and they know you fucking bald monkey head. Any bitch that wear red lipstick 365 days a year and never wipes it off her teeth, that bitch is boiling cats. I said, ain't no way that lady get robbed, because you know we ain't hear nothing about it. Especially when I came out and was like, that nigga went in that safe and got his shit. And then, you know, all of a sudden, boom, the divorce happened after I said it was, you know, obvious. She took her name and shit, changed it back. You know, she just can't get the act yet. She wasn't quite ready. But she filed for divorce. He don't like her. He don't like being around her. He's scared of the bitch. I don't blame him. I'll be scared too. This is what really gave it away, that he went in there and took his own shit, because she asked the judge to not honor this, like, don't give him no spousal support. And I said, now, Tina, you done got this man accustomed to a lifestyle. You are the breadwinner. You are your daughter's fucking manager now. You done took over Matthew and O's role. And you gonna say this man doesn't have the right to collect his spousal support? She probably gonna win, because that's Jay-Z know from judge. Let's just put it out there. Richard Knowles been on Twitter liking hardcore white porn for years. If you, like I said, if you're watching it together, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Tina wasn't privy to this, and Tina couldn't do anything in those videos that they saw on his likes on Twitter. So it was pretty graphic. He deleted the Twitter. That old man deserves, especially if she stopped giving. What is he supposed to do? This is a different situation. This is not a young man. This is an older man. This is an older woman. But let Richard get it how he live, okay? I don't blame Mr. Lawson. She finna kill his ass publicly now. Oh yeah, she doing that root work right now. Before it even come through, this motherfucker gonna mysteriously fall ill to something. And because he old and his belly too big, you know that cholesterol and high blood pressure and diabetes sit right there in his belly. He ain't even gonna be able to testify on his behalf. Boom, she wins. Moving on.
Now, Tasha K has been going in on Tina a lot lately, from the home robbery to this divorce. But speaking of the Knowles family, Beyonce made sure to give Erykah Badu an extra shout out during her performance at the Renaissance Tour. After we talked about this, Erykah Badu said that she's everybody's stylist now, and posted a picture of Beyonce wearing a hat and her wearing a hat, and basically accusing Beyonce of copying her. Listen to this. Now, I already shared my feelings about the whole Erykah Badu thing. Erykah Badu, we all know that you are a great out here. I didn't understand why she had to point it out that Beyonce had on a similar hat. But Beyonce's ear definitely beat to the streets, and she made sure to give her some credit. Now, let's give an update on the Lizzo case. So some of her dancers were suing her. We talked about this in greater depth yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's video, go check it out. And the dancers are speaking out. Listen to what they had to say.
My energy was the same. The only thing that was different about me was my weight. And in this meeting, she stated as well that, you know, dancers get fired for gaining weight. And then she kind of paused and looked at me, and I still don't know if she really meant to single me out in that moment. But when she looked at me and she said that, I was kind of like, so she's really concerned about my weight. And then, you know, when we had that private meeting, when I was kind of cornered, they kind of wouldn't let me, you know, get away with not telling them something personal. So, and a reason why something was wrong with me. So I ended up telling them that I struggle with, you know, anxiety and depression, and that I'm in recovery from an eating disorder. And as soon as I said eating disorder, they immediately were like, oh, like in their head, it was making sense as to why I was gaining weight, because it had something to do with an eating disorder problem.
I feel unsafe. I feel disrespected. And I have never experienced such treatment in the 7 years that I've been doing this. And she then proceeded to prove all of those things right by balling up her fist and saying, "You're so effing lucky. You're so effing lucky," basically alluding to hitting me, that she's not going to hit me, as she's inching towards me. And then one of our fellow dance mates and her best friend comes and pulls her back from assaulting me.
Lizzo's persona is one thing, but that after listening to these three brave ladies that the reality is different.
It's hard to love yourself in a world that doesn't love you back. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to do it so boldly.
Feel unsafe. I feel
Now, Lizzo, she finally speaks on the matter, and this is what she had to say. She said the last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. So, Lizzo, girl, this isn't looking good for you at all. No matter how this pans out, this definitely is going to take a huge hit on your image and how others choose to work with you in the industry. I think this is very damaging. I really do. You know, it's really unbelievable, honestly. Like, what are you guys thinking about this? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.